this sort of spoke to me. This lamp. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So, well, it's a table lamp. The idea behind it is you can connect your chosen beach. Doesn't have to be a beach, could be any coastal location, and it will show you your tide in real time. So basically, when the tide is completely up, it's completely blue, and then as the tide comes out, you get this kind of lovely golden yellow color, and it will do it in real time with your beach. So you always know what the tide is doing. It's always accurate.
What was that eureka moment then? When did you come up with the idea?
Well, I've been thinking about putting some lights behind this headboard that I'd built for my wife and then girlfriend. And I just thought it would be really cool to have some kind of hook into some data. I thought, could it be weather or something like that? And that's how I thought, tides, that's something we always need to know because we live by the coast as well. And whether I'm just taking the kids down to the beach or we're going for a walk or want to go for a surf, it's something you always need to know. And it's just having it there all the time, just slowly going in and out. You just connected to it and you just know. I've shown it to people and have gone, can I have one? And I thought, is this something I could, make for people properly? So it's really grown from there.
Obviously, we can look those times up on our phone these days and stuff, can't we?
Sure.
But I think it's just having a nice looking thing, isn't it, in the house, which you can glance at and go, look, tide's out.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I've worked in IT my career, so I'm kind of getting bombarded like everyone with data, and it's partly about taking you away from that and having as this beautiful light, but being able to know what the tide's doing without having to look on your phone or necessarily be connected to a screen.
So you can come up with this idea, but then putting it into some sort of products and all of that and getting the money together for it, that's a whole other thing. How do you go about doing that? It's
been a really big challenge, and luckily we've been supported by the Cornwall Good Growth Fund and University of Plymouth, who have provided funding and support. But they provide funding and support for small businesses, and without that it would have been really tough. So that's been amazing, and we've got amazing partners that we've found. So like I said, we have the wood is turned in Axminster by Colwyn Way. So that's every unit is hand turned. And then we have Woodscott Joinery and CNC services in Axminster as well. And they then kind of put all the coals and CNC the units for us. So yeah, with those amazing suppliers, and it's locally created, it's locally built. And then the electronics are made in Falmouth as well. And even the app is built in Truro in Cornwall. So we've really tried to keep it local.
So Plymouth University got involved because of the sort of sciencey element to it, did they?
So they get involved because they're part of the Good Growth Hub, which is it's an initiative to get businesses like mine off the ground. And so we were referred to them, and they've just been fantastic. We've had amazing support from them.
So how many have you managed to make so far?
So we have made, well, I've over the years, the product's been around for 7 years, so lots of prototypes. We have 5 prototypes that we consider kind of pretty much ready for manufacture. So we're just getting ready for our safety certifications at the moment. But we're running a Kickstarter campaign at the moment to help us fund that first batch. And we're 2 weeks into that Kickstarter campaign, and we've already reached our goal. So now we've got another 2 weeks, and we've still got people buying them, which is great. So people can go to our website, which is tidelight.co.uk, and then we can order from there.
Anyone else doing this?
There's not really. I'd say what's unique about our product is that it's providing you this lovely light piece, whereas I think there are other things out there, but where they kind of show you exactly what the tide's doing by the number of LEDs, whereas this isn't about that. This is about providing a kind of just a lovely thing to look at that's giving you this beautiful glow. And it's a really hard thing to describe without seeing it. So we have some kind of examples on our website of how it works and what it looks like.
It's a cylinder, and it's got wood at both ends. There's one in the background over your right shoulder there, isn't there?
That's right, yeah.
And in the middle of it is kind of frosted glass, I'm going to say. And then inside that, it changes colour from full blue, and then gradually it'll go gold at the bottom as the sort of tide goes out to show the sand that's sort of left behind. That's the idea of it. That's now right. They're not cheap, are they? Because they're as you just said, made locally and bespoke and all of that.
We made a choice. We made a choice early on. We could make this, you know, in numbers overseas quite cheaply, or do we do this properly and do it sustainably and try and, you know, and I think that's part of our ethos. I've worked at Eden for most of my career, and so I have sustainability built into my DNA. So that's really the process. We wanted quality, and sustainable.
So on the Kickstarter, people have just pledged to buy one, have they?
Yeah, so that's how we do it. That's you can go onto the Kickstarter, and there's a list of you can purchase one of our early bird lights, and we have a discount on that for now. And
how you say you got another job at Eden Project? How much time has this taken? You said 7 years.
Lots of late nights, John.
Yeah.
You know, it is tough, but luckily I've got some people around me, so it's not just me doing it on my own. There is a team of 3 of us, and I've got some really good people helping me with it as well. It's really picking up, and yet there's a lot of sleep. Kind of not getting much sleep at the moment as we get the business off the ground. But some of our suppliers are really helping us with the assembly and all of those kind of things. So
And this is surfers, fishermen, people who go fishing.
Yeah. And honestly, John, like just not just people that live by the coast, but potentially people that live, you know, away from the coast, but want to have a part of the coast in their home. I think that's really important as well. People have said to me, "Oh, you know, I can see the sea from my house." And so can I, but I still like having the light. And I think, you know, it's not just about being by the coast; it's about having part of the coast in your home, bringing the coast to you as well.
Is it got to be hooked up to a computer, or is there a little computer in it?
I suppose you could say that there's a small computer in it, so it just has Wi-Fi connectivity, and then you have an app. But once you've set your location on the app, and we have 650 locations in the UK and 5,000 globally. And once you've set it in the app, you don't have to go back to the app. You can to set, you know, brightness and change some color settings and things. But once it's set, it will just carry on working.
So you just set, you know, North Devon, sort of set Westward Ho or whatever it is.
Exactly.
And you're away. Right.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've got one in my office set to Honolulu at the moment, just so I can bring a bit of Hawaii into my office while I'm working.
Why not? Why not? Listen, best of luck with it.
Thank you very much, John.
Really good to have you on. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Take care. See you later. That's Alex Tweed. Came up with an idea to have a lamp that shows you what the tide is doing. The Kickstarter has reached its target. They're going to start making them. 7 years in the making. As you've heard, if you stick Tide Lamp, Tidelight into a search engine, you'll find out all about it. Local business person. Hoping to get that off the ground. It's John Akers at breakfast. 13 minutes to 8.